Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabango. If you want to be part of the Graceful family, you're welcome to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and voila, you're part of the big family. So today we are going to talk about being still and knowing God. Jokes, guys. So yeah, if you want this top, actually, you should let me know. I'll block you. So anyway, today I'm gonna tell you guys a story time. A very weird story time. It's gonna be short and precise. But yo, guys, uvele ubone straight, uvele ubone umshado, ngisho uma wengane. Okay, in my sentence, uvele ubone straight, uvele ubone umshado, ngisho uma wengane. Kanti umuntu uyibhekela abantu bakhe. Yo. So guys, basically I'm gonna tell you a short story about how I got dumped after a week of Mjolo. Okay, so guys, there's this guy, right? I've liked this guy. Yo, I hope he doesn't watch this. Oh my god. Anyway, so there was this guy, liked this guy so much. I think I had liked him from 2017, right? Okay, liked them Jita, but obviously I liked him from a distance. You know, there's those people who just appreciate their existence. Like, just seeing them makes you happy. Like, you don't want to date them or anything like that, right? That was in 2017. And then in 2018, I meet a friend of mine, Umbali. I meet Mbali. When did I meet Mbali? Yeah, 2018, I meet Mbali. So actually, no, guys. I had liked this guy from 2016. 2016. Yes, I liked him as a person, like generally. Like, I just liked seeing him and stuff like that. Like, we went to the same church, right, but different branches altogether. So I liked seeing him. I just enjoyed his aura. You know, there's those people, man, they've got charisma. He was just one of those guys, right? So okay, cool. Fine, life goes on. Like, I didn't even think of dating him because at that time I was in a relationship. So it's like I didn't look at him like that. Like, you know, every time I saw gents, I saw my girls, because at that time I was cuffed, right? But I really liked him as an individual. Amazing. And luckily he didn't even know me. Like, he did not know me like that. I'm sure he didn't even look at me like that, right? So I met a friend of mine. When I met a friend of mine, my friend, so I told my friend, so obviously we get to know each other, and then we start attending events together. And then I'm like, Flip, you're close with this guy. And we're like, nah, I've liked this guy from the times of Matawan. Yeah, well, and then after that, she's like, really? This guy's a good friend of mine. He's so kind-hearted and stuff like that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, fine. I've always liked this guy, man. And then after that, my friend is like, Mbali, guys, does it connect? If Mjolo or something along those lines, Mbali will connect you. So, okay, cool. And then Mbali sort of initiates us talking, right? We start talking. Like, up to now, we have such a good relationship. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say this because we're not soulmate our 50 million. But, like, because maybe I'm a very good conversationalist, right? Maybe that's why. But him and I are sort of very aligned. I just feel like one of us is in denial, but it is what it is, right? So we really had good conversations, believed in the same things. And the nice thing is, I'm forward, right? But he's sort of a bit humble. Like, I'm loud. He's extroverted, but he's not as loud as I am. So it was like a thing of, you know, when the puzzle fits. Like, you know, when it's like a person, when I'm loud, he can actually neutralize the place, the room. Very funny guy, very kind-hearted, very loving, and all of that. We start talking. I think our talking stage was like, let me see, you know, they were magic, bro. May, June. Yeah, our talking stage was like 6 months, guys. So it was beautiful. Always on video calls, always on phone call conversations. Like, you know, it was such a beautiful relationship. Like, I still think we have a beautiful relationship, but just not like that anymore. So, okay, cool. We get to know each other. We talk almost every day. We talk on the phone for hours, guys. When I say hours, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, we on video call. Like, we just in each other and just lives. Okay, fine. And then we had been talking about dating, but there was, like, even now, I think us not actually really dating, like, it surrounded a lot of complexities around us. You know, it's not even a thing of about our hearts. You know that saying that you don't get everything you love, or it's not everything you love that you should have. Like, I think that's the chat. So, fine, we'd been talking about dating and stuff like that, but we had our concerns, right? We had our concerns. Like, yeah, we had, because also our church, right? If you're a leader in church and stuff like that, it means you should do things properly. So we also had conversations surrounding that to say, hey, if we decide to date now, does that mean we're going to have to go to our respective pastors and let them know this is what's happening, or whatever the case may be, you know? So we had to have those sort of serious conversations. So we'd always draw back. And then this one time we're like, you know what? Let's see where this goes. Guys, nekili happy. Last year, ka July, nekija life ka fucking knife. This gent is a very nice gent, actually. I think that's another thing about God. He always put this amazing man in my life, and then their bar is set so high, and it's almost difficult for me to allow myself to date other people, because I always really meet these nice people, right? So, okay, fine. We sort of like date, right? Fine. We could, like, the calls are becoming more. Even like the video calls are becoming more, you know, and then there's like a date in between. Now I know passcodes to the cards. Like it's amazing, guys. Hey, wow, guys. Bese ngibone umshado, vele ubone straight, vele ubone umshado ngisho uba wengane. So the only issue we had, like, is okay. So, but I think he was willing to actually adjust along that, because I remember he used to complain about how I sort of have a lot of friends, and then he would complain also about how, do I find it necessary to drink? Of which, those are things I was willing to actually set aside. But guys, we believe in the power of Indoita. So I was willing to actually, you know. So, okay, fine. We date for a week, home night. On a faithful Sunday, guys, my new boyfriend, my me, dude, no call, nothing, right? Try call him, try reach him, non-reachable. So because obviously we don't go to the same churches, right? So what happens is every time after church, he would check in on me, or I'll check in on him during church or whatever. But that day, no checking, whatever the case may be. When I asked him what's wrong, he says he's busy. And then because I knew somebody who church was there, I was like, hey, are you guys done with church? Is there anyone still at church? And then that person was like, oh no, we got done with church about an hour or two ago. And then I'm like, an hour or two ago, njani? How? You know, so I keep trying to call him, then he doesn't answer. And then I pass out. Like, I was so sad that day. I think I cried so much because I was hurt. You know, when you, like, for that, during that 6 months, I'd gotten used to a routine, and I was sort of like getting my groove back when it comes to dating and stuff like that. So it's now hurt, like, horeba too. This person doesn't explain. And guys, I have this anxiety. I cannot deal with people that use silent treatment as punishment. I can't handle that. Like, you can do all things, but don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. So I cried myself to sleep, and then I get to Haka around 7 or 8 or so. I get a message to say, hey, are you sure that you and such a person were just friends? And then I'm like, yeah, but it happened that I think when we were 2016, we kissed and stuff like that. But nothing deep. That person wanted to date me, but I told him I couldn't date him because of the person he was. Guys, in as much as I like nice things and all, but I'm character over everything. So if you don't have such a dignified character, cancel, you know, or at least if you're not willing to change. And you know, so I tell him, I'm like, no bruh, I told you most the story behind that gent and stuff like that. Then he stopped talking to me. He just ticked me. I called him on Monday, nothing. On Tuesday, I kept on sending him messages. On Wednesday, I kept on, and then I think on Thursday, he finally decided to say, you know what, before we go far, let's just leave this whole thing. I'm like, did I just get dumped? Kanjalo nje for indaba yango 2016. Stop talking to me. I'm like, yo, like, that was the meanest breakup ever. And I think that was my first time being like dumped, because usually, okay, I haven't been in a lot of relationships, guys, like, honestly. Now when I go in, I commit and stuff like that. If I stay away, I stay away, right? So the other relationships, I ended the other one, and then the other one, no one broke up with anyone. We just, yeah, you know, we just did our own thing. And then even that other one that tried, so that was like usually the first time I was ever dumped like that, you know. So I was hurting, and then he stopped talking to me. And now one thing about me, I love closure. Like, I kept on trying to reach out and stuff like that. He stopped talking to me. Then this one day he decided to talk to me, and then he told me what really transpired. and what finally, like, he sort of made me understand why he decided to actually cut the relationship off and stuff like that, right? And I was so hurt to say to find out that actually one of the reasons, I had a dream about this, funny enough, I had a dream about this person being the reason why me and the person were no longer talking. And I told him about it, and then he laughed. He's like to me, but I always tell you about these things of friends. And then we left it, we moved on, right? So when he finally told me the truth that led to the breakup, I was so hurt to say, actually, God showed me. I had a dream about this. I should have stayed away from this person, because when this person came to me, she didn't tell me to say, hey, this is what happened, this is what I said, this is what I did. When she came to me, she's like, no, this guy was eavesdropping at our conversation. That's why he overreacted. I don't understand why he would overreact. But now when finally me and this guy, this amazing, nice person, spoke about it, and he told me, he's like, no, man, it's not a thing of I hate you or anything like that. I know I shouldn't have acted like that, but this is why I acted like that. And then he told me, and then I was like, oh, okay, finally got my closure. But I honestly, guys, like, that friend of mine really, and I'm so glad we're not friends anymore, because wow. And but it wasn't about the gent, it was just about other circumstances, you know. So anyway, don't forget to be loved, don't forget to be liked. Tell me, when was your first breakup? How did you feel? How did they break up with you? Don't forget to be loved, don't forget to be liked, don't forget to be kindness. Catch you in another video. Don't forget to also like, subscribe, share, and comment.